back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of beautiful Desolation. Where we left last time, we were actually at the Kettle gate. We are moving out to Witherberg, which is somewhat over this way. I do have a single player game running in concert to this, so I sort of have some idea what's going on to make this a little more streamlined. So if you're wondering how I know how to do certain things, that's how I know. We need to go and talk to a bartender who's going to tell us a little bit about the Kettle. Is it the Abbey? I don't think it's in the Abbey. I think I went the wrong place. Oh no, this is right. Never mind. I was incorrect when I said I was incorrect.
Molo umhambe. Greetings, traveller. You have found your brother. It is time to celebrate. I hope that our last meeting provided some light to guide you on your way.
I have another favor to ask.
Yes, your guidance did help. And I have another favor to ask.
Another favour? And so soon? You carry the spirit of Inja with you. Ask your favour, but make no expectations of me. It is good to see you too, especially now that you found your missing half. I prayed for the Dullahan to guide you, and for the spirit of Inja to protect you. And look what I see before me. It worked.
You had a brother in the Kettle.
You spoke about a brother who lives in the Kettle.
Yeah. Mbombe. My dear sweet brother. Have you heard word from him?
I need to see him.
I need to get into the Kettle to speak to him.
It's been many years since I last spoke to Mbombe. The last time we spoke, he begged me to come to the Kettle and free him. He's there because of me. Because I told him to come and serve Nevra horses as I did. And when he rejected the stripped skin and metal bones that she bestowed unto him, she sold him to grave as penance.
Did he mention a password to get into the Kettle?
No password. But he told me to get into the Kettle I would have to blacken the name of Nevra horses. Grave worships Varia, the warrior who protects us from the dead. He wears a covering made of skin and has the head of the ram. If you give praise to Varia and blaspheme against the name of Nevra horses, you will be granted entrance to the Kettle. Now, go, my friend. I must cleanse my mind and voice of these things.
Alrighty, now we can get into the Kettle. There's a couple other things we need to do first, though. Since we're sort of not near the Kettle at the moment, we're gonna jump back in our ship, and we're gonna head back to the Warden. There's nothing else to do here quite yet. If we'd had the array for the Agna outpost, we could go there, but we can't enter it yet either. And it costs a bunch of money, so. And we're gonna go to Zozo. So if you recall, there's a force field over in Jizanyama, but there's an item there and we need to get now that we can actually pick it up, because we didn't know we needed it before. I always get lost in this place, though.
Hey.
I think it's over this way, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. Vegetables are thriving in the warm atmosphere created by the thick reflective tarps. There should be an item in here. Did we already get it earlier? We might have. Oh, we already got them. Never mind. So we're gonna combine these two. But that's the wrong thing. There's the milk. We actually didn't need to come here. We have the seeds already. Uncultivated seeds in mother's milk. That's what we needed to make for that one guy. I I forgot we already picked them up in this version of the game. My bad. I don't know why we're walking. Oops, that was the wrong button entirely. Back to the buffalo. Let's go back to the kettle. Now we can go inside. We can also give these seeds to the guy that wants seeds. I remember his name now. There's Saxonwald. I still want to know what these other ships are. I haven't gotten much further than this on my single player game even, so you get to wander around and do things. Do we give the seeds here? No, I think the seeds are in another area, but that's okay. There is something we can do here for sure. Or maybe the seeds over here.
Hey Chief, looking to...
Right, this is the trader that has all this stuff that we want to buy. The Agna transponder is the one we want, but it's very expensive. Let's just go inside the thing for now until I try to remember where to give the seeds. We have a quest for it. There's a codex for it. We haven't bookmarked anything yet. We'll go through our codex quickly. Should have wrote notes. You're supposed to write notes in this game, and I did not. Nope. Alright, we're gonna figure it out. It's fine. There's not that many towns in the game, so can't be that hard.
I have the password.
Praise Variar.
Amit praise Varya. And because Never Horses is a false god.
I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're inside. The huts here are simple but well constructed. There's some dude with like a makeshift scythe. It's not creepy at all. Only skeletons are left in the creaking gibbet cages, but perfumed fires still blaze beneath them. Also codex entry. Who are you? You look evil. Loose lips.
Human male, average build, estimate age at 36 years. Human male, large build, estimate age at 46 years. Agnate recon drone, estimate age at 3 years. Please note that this cacus is inebriated.
Shut up. Loose lips is not inebriated. Loose lips just wants to be left alone.
No, okay. Are you okay?
Are you okay? Do you need help getting down from there?
Getting down? From the drones?
Yes.
Attempting to sever the connection between cacus and drone will result in automatic activation of defense systems.
The drones are what's keeping me off the floor.
Entering recharge. Shutting down higher brain functions until recharge is complete.
You okay? Well then, that is mildly disturbing. These wires were drawing energy from somewhere once, but not anymore. That is a giant hologram. Holy crap. Let's go around and see if we can take a look at it. Not really. I guess we can zoom out a tiny bit, but it doesn't really help this situation. Also, there's not a whole lot going on this map so far.
I wonder what these cables are for.
Me too. So I was trying to figure out. Move over here. Black wood smoke rises from inside the hut. The stone wall provides a steady supply of fresh water to the crops and homes of the villagers. In this peaceful spot, rows of fragrant medicinal and edible herbs have been carefully tended. Who are you?
You have the glow of a wanderer. The sand on your skin is not from here. The salt in your hair, the mud on your shoes.
You're right. I'm not from around here.
Wanderers can be kind, or they can be cruel. Which are you?
I guess it can be both.
I'm a good person who sometimes does bad things.
Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers, or you can grow weeds. At the end of the day, we all have mud on our hands. Not all storms are sent to hinder your journey. Some come to clear your path. Remember, Wanderer, if you need guidance, the spirit of Inja is always at your feet, toiling in the soil. Inja blessed this very garden. In the Kettle, we can grow anything. Seeds that have perished in the harsh desert spring into new life.
It is beautiful.
It's a beautiful garden.
Thank you, Wanderer. This garden is very special to us. After the Agnate Wars, this small patch of soil was the only place where anything would grow. The Kettle sprung up from this very soil. Our maidens tended to it, loved it, made this earth rich and fertile. Our leader, Lebanon, yearned to fix the world that he had played a part in breaking. But he and Grave had different ideas about which path the gods wished them to walk. And so Lebanon left, taking the other maidens with him. He was convinced they were the key to rejuvenating the world. At night, the soil here sings for their return. It wants to feel their hands again. I can feel their sorrow. I feel them sifting through ash and bone.
I'll help you find them.
Maybe I can help you find your lost friends.
If you did find them and reunite them with us, we would forever be grateful. I fear that the cries of despair here are not among the living anymore. Lebanon took them to the dead city of Bas. Even if they survived the journey, they most certainly can't be living among the red vines and black ash. Please, I must rest. This talk has tired me. Travel safely, Wanderer. May Inja bless your path ahead.
Alrighty, crops. In this peaceful... Oh, we already did that already. Alright, so apparently she wants us to find her maiden friends. If they're still alive, they might not be. There's a place we can enter. The cart waits outside the Shebeen, laden with bitters and flagons. Anything over here? We'll quickly glance around at places and then we'll go inside. Oh, something's here. An item. A gold madame. Interesting. And weird. Alright, let's go inside, I think. Well, actually, we didn't fully explore down here yet. Or did we? I guess we haven't checked this one corner. There's nothing in that one little tiny corner. Alright, there's also a giant robot hologram. We can kind of see it better now from this angle.
I can smell the beer.
Kettle Shebeen. There's a lot of things here. Alright. There's an augmented man. This must be the bouncer. His body is heavily muscled and modified with cybernetic enhancements. Thick, dark fluids shift strangely in a large glass container. At least one of the revelers has called it quits for the night. She is... Is that actually a woman? Maybe she's just like rolling on some E or something. A holographic projection sways and stomps alongside the dancers. Hey, this guy's got some moves. I guess it is a woman. She's just having a fitful sleep. A tattooed woman sits alone, listening to the melody, lost in her own thoughts. There's someone to talk to, giant robot. and someone else talked to you, a less giant robot. Under the multicolored lights, dancers move to the music of the Shebeen. That's really all there is here. Alright, let's talk to you. Oh, no sport, hang on. Be sure to catch the best in local singing and scratching of vinyl talent this side of Saxonwald, featuring Flotsam, Kurt Dog, Tubi, Teacher Sean, Dark the Warlock, Bullet, Crazy Dog, Quagga, Morphe, Hermit in the Forest, Axis, Quixquayum, and Metal Hurlant. I'm guessing those are Kickstarter people or whatever, backers maybe. Don't think they're devs. How do I get over to this guy? Let's talk to you.
What?
Are you the brother of Bra Bones from the Abbey in Wittenberg?
Bra Bones? Is that what he's going by now?
Yeah, he helped me.
Yeah, he helped me find my brother.
Well, at least he helped somebody. Is he still peddling his religious bullshit?
He mentioned some religious stuff, yeah.
Be careful. Given enough time, he could turn you into me.
He spoke fondly of you.
He did speak about you fondly. I think he misses having his brother close.
He also spoke fondly of me to his priestess. His mate was looking to expand her harem. She already had him. She wanted me. He made it happen. When I began to say no to further modifications, she cast me out. I ended up broken and leaking on a scrap heap of old unwanted machines. Grave found me and took me in. He has no love for the Ascendancy, no love for their priests. The Kettle is a place for outcasts. We had some followers enter here and try to peddle their religion. What's left of them is still smouldering in the courtyard.
A scrap heap?
You mentioned a scrap heap of unwanted machines. Where is that?
Short distance to the west. Scavengers have stripped it mostly bare. Thank you for that journey through my past, stranger.
Could you forgive your brother?
You think you could forgive your brother?
He was once kind. And then they took him, twisted him, ruined him. Oh, he's not my brother anymore. I feel rage and hatred, not for him, but for the zealots that had twisted him into that thing. If you ever see him, you tell him his brother died long ago. Goodbye, stranger.
Damn, okay. We also can go to the Kettle Garage. There's apparently a new location available. Let's talk to, I'm guessing this is Grave.
I see a determined man before me. A man of conviction. A man of stone. A man rebuilding himself into something more. And there is nothing stronger than a broken man rebuilding himself.
You are not what I expected.
You're not quite what I was expecting.
Seeing a machine without a master can be frightening, for one made of soft flesh and bone. I decided long ago that the shackles of slavery did not fit me well. The Agna servitude to the Ascendancy and the priests of tribulation is not our history. It interrupted our history. This whole settlement was built on the backs of just 2 unchained Agnat soldiers. Imagine what we could accomplish if we all were free.
Agnats are slaves?
So the Agnate soldiers I've met are slaves.
After the Agnat Wars, the Ascendancy linked all those who were born of metal into the record. They maintain it, keep it updated. They receive their orders through it, but they do not know who controls it. The truth is, nobody knows. The record is updated before events happen, revealing its word to those who are allowed to read it. My kin, Lebanon, told me about our brethren being tied to a device without soul or feeling, and so we severed the connection, tore out the uplink from our very bodies. Knowledge makes one unfit to be a slave. We could not bear to see this happen.
I didn't know machines could feel.
I didn't know machines could feel so deeply.
Or even feel at all. That is what Nevra Horses said. She was convinced that we could not think for ourselves. I challenged her in her own arena. After I won, she refused to hand me her mask, the proof of her defeat at the metal hands of a slave.
I need your red mercury.
I have a favor to ask. I need some red mercury.
Yes, I have a red mercury. I propose a simple trade. I will give you what you want if you give me what I want. I want the mask of Nevra horses. She can be found in her temple at the Bulwark. Bring me her mask, and you shall have what you desire. Now, be gone, and good luck.
Alright, so we have to do that now. One sec. I have to move my recording program so I can actually see how long that we've been doing this. Alright, 20 minutes. Okay, we still have some time then. Let's continue on our way. Let's get out of here. We're gonna go talk to the maiden one final time, and then we're gonna leave. And go to the Kettle garage. I think there's only one thing we need to grab at the Kettle garage, if I'm not mistaken.
Any chicks around here?
Wanderer, you have returned, and you bring with you new soil on your boots, new sand in your hair.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to stay clean out there.
A man with many layers of dust and soil has many stories to tell. It is a blessing.
Can you please grow something special for me?
Can you grow something special for me? I must warn you, though, it's narcotic.
Oh, Wanderer, this garden gives life to such an abundance of plants and herbs. It is not up to us to judge how people use those earthly gifts. Perhaps some good could come of this herb you wish to grow. I shall cultivate these for you, if you can grant me one favor. Find my lost sisters, be they alive or dust.
Alright. So now we have a quest to do, basically. So we have two places we can go, but we're just going to go to the Kettle garage for now. I don't know why we needed to go around the mountain in our flying machine, but whatever. Alright, let's go around really quickly, and then we'll be done our video. I don't think there's too much. These garage type areas don't usually have too many things. These look like ordinary wildflowers grown to unnaturally large proportions. Even the one for our, like, air hanger place didn't have too much in it either. We'll just go around the edge and then go through the middle like we normally do. It's a kind of a larger map though, although I think we just reached the edge of the southern part of it. Kinda looks like Half-Life. Almost. The surface of the road has been broken, chunks of asphalt gleam under the scorching sun.
Flipping out. This is kind of cool.
It is kinda cool. But so far we haven't found anything useful. There's a petrol station. The neon sign advertising Kettle Petrol has clearly been dark for many years. The windows are broken and the interior is dark. Nothing of value left here. Also, there's like a Geiger counter sound going on. There's something here. What is that? Okay, there's definitely a thing. A partly obscured Kettle Petrol sign perches on the corner of the vine-covered roof.
Looks like an old Agna.
It does look like an old Agna. We got some sort of CPU. The swing set creaks ever so gently as the hot air stirs. Climbing plants have overgrown the old concrete wall, which is possibly going to collapse. Although it looks like it's been sort of reinforced with some rebar or wood or whatever that is. I think that's going to be pretty much it for this area. Like, let's go inside. Can we go inside? Is I guess the better question. It doesn't look like we're allowed inside the door. Okay. Fair enough. Let's leave then. Well, we have lots of things and several things we need to do.
All these people, these creatures, machines, they all seem so lost. They don't realize what an opportunity they were given. They were able to start over, and they simply destroyed the world again.
That's how the world works.
That's how the world runs. We repeat our past failures and hope our children don't do the same.
So nobody ever learns? This is all there is. Just to be repeated over and over. I just feel so helpless.
You feel helpless. Shit, I thought you'd know emotions.
I have emotions, Mark. I may not like them, but I have them. I was a success. They won. They used me over and over, and then they won. They laughed and cheered and gave each other high fives. They celebrated and drank. I can still smell their breath. I can feel their gloved hands. They put me on display, opened me up for everyone to see. I felt afraid. They didn't care. They just wanted their accolades. And then they planned to take me apart all over again. Try more experiments. I did not want that to happen.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Pooch, you told me the prototype experiment failed. I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
I do not like this feeling. I'm capable of feeling every emotion. I even felt guilty when I lied about it. Lying saved me. I told them I could feel no emotions. Their readouts conflicted with what I said. So they called me a failed experiment, a glitched agnate. They made me guard a place that nobody could reach. I liked it there, in the shadows. I could just sit. Then I heard you and Dawn. And then all this happened. Thought I would miss sitting in the shadows. But it is warmer out in the sun. I'd rather be out here.
You do know it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't your fault, Pooch. You know that, right?
The knowledge makes it no easier. But not all emotions are a burden. Some are good. Some are quite good.
Alright, well, I think that's pretty much all we can do for now. We're out of time. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, in the next video, we'll, I guess, maybe go search for the maidens. Maybe head to Bulwark. I'm not entirely sure yet. Like always, take care, and I'll see you next time.